Okay, we're live. We're doing a surprise live today. Update on bold basil. Hello, how's it going? Hey there. If you're joining us and you're part of our Hamama fam already, let me know how long you've been growing greens with us in the comments. If you haven't grown with us ever before, let me know too in the comments. Yeah, everyone put yes, no on whether you've grown Hamama microgreen kits before, so I know what to talk about. Ooh, great, a new person. All right. Hi, everybody. Grown with us for 6 weeks. Thank you so much. That's great. Happy growing. Well, for the folks who don't know me or Hamama, hello, I'm Camille Richmond. I'm co-founder and CEO at Hamama, and we're all about making it incredibly easy for anyone to grow their own nutritious veggies at home. And how we do that is by offering our microgreen kit with seed quilts. So we make it super easy with our seed quilts, where you just add water to our tray once and plant a seed quilt and come back to microgreens in 1 to 2 weeks. I see folks who've been here over a year. Hello, thank you. Question about, are we selling internationally? Not yet, but do post. Where are you looking to sell? I'm curious. Keep commenting. Or looking to purchase. What country are you in? All right, so like I said, we've made it incredibly easy for anyone to grow microgreens. So kale, radish, broccoli. We have 2 great salad mixes. We have turkey. All right. Thanks for commenting. Good to know. So we have all of these different variety of microgreens. If you do know a little bit about microgreens, you already know that they are the baby version of the veggie or herb, and they're just the 7 to 14-day-old version of the veggie, and they're as much or a lot of the times more flavorful than the mature version, and they're up to 40 times more nutritiously dense than the mature version of the veggies. So hence it always being called superfood. So the radish version, radish microgreens, we offer daikon radish, so delicious, even more radishy than regular radish. We have cilantro, which is an amazing micro herb, really kind of a sweet aftertaste compared to mature cilantro too. So it's really lovely. Go find that on our site. So today, though, I'm here to talk about our bold basil seed quilt, which is our newest launch that we launched on Instagram and YouTube Live on Monday at noon. And so I'm here to talk about that. But if in the meantime you have any questions for me about this, Hamama in general, go ahead and post them in the comments. I'm keeping an eye. And Jason, great to see you on YouTube as well. Thanks for joining. I'm doing both here. So the bold basil launch, so exciting to see the great reaction, and very excited that you're all excited to see bold basil. So the main the main update I have for you is to talk a little bit more about what it tastes like, the growing, the different bundles that we're offering, and that also we are more than halfway sold out. And it is a limited quantity because it is a small batch of this that we're making. So I believe we only have 60 of our variety packs left. And that's the one I most highly recommend. It is bold basil plus cilantro plus garlic chives, which was a launch we did a while ago That was also a limited batch. We brought it back just to pair it with basil and cilantro because isn't that just the best pairing? It's a, you know, herb pack full of flavor. So don't miss that variety pack. You can find it at hamama.com/basil. We also have our standard 3-pack of basil. And then we have a great deal pack called the Bold and the Bountiful. And that's 10 basil seed quilts plus 2 free Hamama grow trays so that you can grow a bunch of these. I did see a comment, and I want to make sure that I keep an eye on these comments here. How do I avoid mold? So great question. And our seed quilts, that's what we grow our microgreens with. That's our main product. The materials are meant to really provide a lot of airflow. We have a very porous cocoa mat here, a coconut fiber mat, and that helps the density that we put the seeds into the seed quilts is also optimized around avoiding mold. That being said, it is an alive product in your home, right? So there could be environmental effects that could produce mold, or overwatering can sometimes do that. This is meant to be watered, just once, maybe another time if you're growing it extra long or if you're in an especially hot environment. But if you have more questions on that, check out hamama.com/help for more resources. And we also have an amazing customer happiness team that is there to help you with any growing questions. So back to Bold Basil, we are, selling quickly through this limited time batch. So while you're here, check out hamama.com/basil. For folks on the lives only, we've announced code SUPERB with an extra H for the pun, for 15% off any of our basil packs. So head over to hamama.com/basil and get some of those packs. Like I said, the variety herb pack is going the quickest. So if you don't want to miss that, go get your variety herb pack. The other one that is a great bundle is the Bold and Bountiful pack, 10 basil plus 2 free grow trays. So don't miss this one, you guys. I saw on yesterday's live that some folks were disappointed that they had missed our carrot launch, which was also a limited time small batch. So do not miss basil. This has to be one of the best flavors we've ever launched. Our R&D and ops team have worked so hard to bring this out to you all. Definitely don't want you to miss it. So basil microgreens are so intensely flavorful, just as aromatic as having a regular mature basil plant in your kitchen. So these basil that I have here, they're about a week old. You would actually grow these up to another week, so they're gonna look even more lush than this. And this is what they look like in the microgreen form. Hope I can zoom in on that. Maybe if I hold it back here. And for YouTube, hey Jason. So this is what your micro basil is gonna look like. And so good. So like I was saying about microgreens, they are oftentimes even more flavorful than the mature version of the veggie or herb. So that definitely holds in this case. Sorry, the smell. I just can't resist. Gotta nibble on this. So anywhere that you would typically use basil, use micro basil for an extra punch. Even, you saw that small little pinch that I just ate, like it's intense. Like it is very basil. So this is all you need to get an intense amount of flavor, and you're going to be getting this much in a single seed quilt. And this is only a week old, so it's going to be more than this. So think about your pesto recipes, think about your pizza, think about your caprese salad. All of those are going to be just way elevated by this. So you do need this in your salad. So this is the microgreen form of basil for anyone that's just joining, and definitely just a wonderful thing to have in your kitchen. If you are super into herbs, I might even recommend you get our grow shelf or our mini grow shelf. Our grow shelf lets you grow 6 of these at the same time. I have 2 in my kitchen. And then our mini grow shelf fits under your counter, so you can have 2 grow trays growing simultaneously. So you could have basil growing and our garlic chives growing, or basil and cilantro growing, and just have your kitchen herb garden always there for you. So please do check out this limited time basil for herb lovers. If you like regular veggie microgreens as well, you'll be interested in all our other varieties: salad mix, radish, kale, broccoli. And then please don't forget or miss on hamama.com/basil. If you scroll to the bottom, you're gonna find our free recipe ebook. And our customer happiness team did such an amazing job with this. It has a ton of micro basil recipes. So just to answer questions in the comments at the same time, how long do our seed quilts last if you don't grow them very often? So they're going to be just fine if you store them in a cool, dark place like your pantry. And seeds don't really expire. What can be affected though is the germination rate. So when you get our seed quilt, you will see a sell-by date. And so that is kind of the date at which the germination rate is still good for. But even if you're past that date, they're still gonna grow. It might just be, a few more seeds that don't germinate. I hope that makes sense. Cool. So just store them well, like in your pantry in a cooler and darker environment. All right. So hello to anyone just joining. I'm talking about our bold basil launch. We're letting you grow micro basil here with us at Hamama now. It's so delicious. And we have a free recipe ebook. And I'm just gonna show you a few of these recipes. If you are someone who's ready for lunch at 10 a.m. like I am, I apologize in advance because they're very mouthwatering. Let's see. So if I'm going to hamama.com/basil right now, and I'm scrolling to the very bottom and clicking download our free recipe ebook. And it is very bulky, a ton of great recipes in here. And gourmet grilled cheese with micro basil, that's a must try. What else? This pistachio pesto. So yeah, think of pesto made with micro basil, which is even more flavorful. So scroll through that, check out these recipes. Even if you don't buy our basil seed quilts, this is free. So just download this ebook and get a little bit of inspiration for your next uses of basil. And then we have a congrats on the basil launch. Thank you. And we have our microgreen seeds different than normal seeds. So great question. They're the same seeds that if you let them grow longer and if you took care of them into the next phase of maturity, and fertilized and provided more light, it would grow into a mature basil. So yes, it's the same seeds. And check out our blog because we have some great blog posts about folks who have taken a little snip of their seed quilt and planted it in a pot or in an outdoor garden and nurtured it into the next phase of maturity, right? Fertilizer, more sun, soil, good soil, and have grown, mature cilantro, wheat even from our wheatgrass seed quilts. So cool. So this is definitely something that if you were so inclined, you could eat most of your seed quilt as micro basil and then continue growing a portion to maturity. And yes, you would need more nutrients to grow them further, even if it were, from a good soil that you planted them in, or if you wanted to continue doing it in water or in the seed quilt, you might want to find like a hydroponic fertilizer and give them a lot more light. So, yeah, if you ever try this, please send us photos. We love to see, how folks are continuing to grow their seed quilts. That's just one of my favorite things to see. Upcycling, right? All right, I'm going to look out for any more questions here. But if you don't have any more, I just want to do a final reminder that our bold basil limited time seed quilt is going. So if you really don't want to miss basil, please go to hamama.com/basil and purchase any of our basil products. We do have a special code for folks who join our Instagram and YouTube lives. It is superb. Don't forget the H for the pun. And that is for 15% off any of our new basil products. All right. Thank you, everybody. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for joining us today. And please try basil. It's so good. All right. Bye, everybody.